Hello and welcome to this week's episode of AWS Cloud Bytes News. I'm your host Bhavesh Kumar. I wish you all a very happy and prosperous new year. Friends, if you like these videos, please share, subscribe, and click the notification bell icon for future updates. Also comment on topics you want me to cover for our architecture and certification series. Let's look at the first news headline. The first news is coming from Amazon Fraud Detector. AWS announces phone number enrichment for Amazon Fraud Detector models. The Amazon Fraud Detector, or AFD, is a fully managed service that makes it easy to identify potential fraudulent online activities, such as creation of fake accounts or online payment fraud. Using machine learning under the hood and based on over 20 years of fraud detection expertise, AFD automatically identifies potential fraudulent activities in milliseconds without any expertise required for machine learning. As part of model training process, Amazon Fraud Detector enriches raw data elements such as IP addresses and bank identification number in payment instrument with such data such as geolocation, IP addresses, issuing bank for a credit card. Using those information as well as augmenting user data with such enrichment based on best-in-class performance from AFD models, AFD now enriches phone number data with additional information such as geolocation and the original carrier. This new enrichment boosts performance for models that uses phone number, enabling those models to capture up to 16% more fraud and at a 4% false positive rate. Phone numbers enrichment are automatically enabled for AFD's online frauds insight and transaction fraud insight model types in all regions where AFD is available. AFD customers can make use of this new enrichment by retraining their AFD models that use phone number as one of the event variables. Moving on to the next news headline. The next news is coming from AWS Lambda. AWS Lambda now supports IPv6 endpoints for inbound connections. You can see these 5 flows where we can use Lambda. In this case, there is a file-based invocation. Whenever a file is dropped, a Lambda is triggered. So we all know Lambda is a serverless, event-driven compute service, and that can be used by almost all the services available in AWS for doing any kind of serverless compute. You can see this is file-based trigger that can happen. A Kinesis stream, it is listening. In this case, there are some sensors that are sent to stream, and we are listening to stream again using Lambda. And in this case, there is a mobile application calling a REST endpoint, and Lambda is responding. In this case, you are having some front-end weather app, a mobile app basically clicks information, makes a call to a REST API, and Lambda responds. So you can see there are various usages of Lambda, and these all are coming from AWS website. Now what Lambda supports is it supports IPv6 endpoint for inbound connections, which means in order to be using IPv6, the customer need to be IPv6 compliant. So customer has to meet IPv6 compliance requirements, and the customer need to configure their application to use AWS Lambda's new dual stack endpoints, which support both IPv4 and IPv6. When you make a request to a dual stack Lambda endpoint, the endpoint resolves to an IPv4 or v6 address depending on the protocol used by your network and client. Moving on to the next news headline. The next news headline is coming from Amazon S3 on Outposts. Amazon S3 on Outposts launches in AWS Cloud US regions. Now, we all know what is an outpost. Outpost is an infrastructure that Amazon provides. You can have racks and servers, and it can connect to your on-prem, so you can have a hybrid network. Amazon S3 and Outposts help you meet your low latency, local data processing, and data residency needs by delivering object storage to your outpost on premises. Using S3 APIs and features, S3 on Outposts makes it easier to store, secure, tag, retrieve, report on, and control access to your data in your outposts. AWS Outposts is a fully managed service that extends AWS infrastructure, services, and tools virtually to any data center. When I say any data center means it extends AWS within your on-prem location. So you can see co-location space or on-prem facility for a fully or a truly consistent hybrid experience. Moving on to the next news headline. The next news is coming from AWS Transfer Family. AWS Transfer Family is now FedRAMP compliant. Now, FedRAMP is Federal Risk and Authorization Management Program. It's a US government-wide program that delivers a standard approach to security assessment, authorization, and continuous monitoring of cloud product and services. You can see a picture of AWS Transfer Family here in the way it interacts with external and AWS services. You have SFTP, FTPS, NFTP, and file processing workflows over here. FedRAMP uses the National Institute Standard and Technology, NIST, Special Publication 800 series, and requires cloud service providers to receive an independent security assessment conducted by a third-party assessment organization, 3PAO, to ensure that authorizations are compliant with Federal Information Security Management Act, which is FISMA. U.S. federal agencies and commercial customers working with the U.S. federal government can now utilize AWS Transfer Family to run sensitive and highly regulated file transfer workloads. Moving on to the next news headline. The next news is coming from Amazon Translate. Amazon Translate announces Profanity Masking. Amazon Translate is a machine translation service that can use machine learning to take any form of language translation automation. It uses deep learning models to deliver accurate and natural sounding translation. You can mask commonly understood profane terms and prevent them from appearing in your translation. You can use masks such as Grolix string here. You can see the string. Now, if you mask it such a way, this 5-character string or sequence can be used to replace wherever that particular word or term appears. And it can actually be irrespective of whether the term is 5-character or 20-character out of the collection of the terms that you want to mask. These 5 characters will replace all those terms that you want to mask in your translation. This can work both in real time as well as in a batch translation job. And profanity masking is currently available in all commercial AWS regions, wherever Amazon Translate is available. Thank you for watching. This is the end of the episode. I wish you again a healthy and prosperous new year. If you liked the video, please subscribe, like, and press the notification bell icon for future updates. This is your host Bhavesh Kumar signing off. Thank you.